Honorable Court of the Regional Trial Court, Branch 4, with the Honorable Judge Rhea May Agay is now in session. All rise. Pray. Almighty God, we stand in your holy presence as our supreme judge. We humbly beseech you to bless and inspire us so that what we think, say, and do will be in accordance with your will. Enlighten your minds, strengthen our spirit, and fill our hearts with fraternal love, wisdom, and understanding so that we can become effective channels of truth, justice, and peace. In our proceedings today, guide us in the path of righteousness for the fulfillment of your greater glory. Amen.
You may all be seated.
Your Honor, today's case is the criminal case number 12345, People of the Philippines versus Rizaldo Aquino and Gamal Moji.
Thank you. You may all be seated. Call the case. Is the prosecution ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is the defense ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
We will now hear the opening statement from the prosecution. Prosecutor Angela Guba, please state your case.
Thank you, Your Honor. The accused Rizaldo Aquino and Gamal Moji went to the house of the victim, Miss Eva Garcia, with intent to kill, conspiring and confederating with one another, did then and there, willfully, unlawfully, feloniously, and recklessly, stabbed several times with the use of knife, directing blows against the vital parts of the body of the latter, thereby inflicting upon her moral wounds, causing her direct and immediate death. We will prove that the accused are guilty beyond reasonable doubt. The reason we ask you, Your Honor, the verdict of guilty.
Thank you. The defense would like to give an opening statement, or would you like to defer until the prosecution rests its case?
We like to share your honor to the people of the Philippines versus Rizaldo Aquino and Gamal Mojib. They were being accused of murder, where in fact the accused are not present or not here near the place the crime happened. The reason we ask your honor the verdict of life.
Thank you, counsel. For the prosecution, you may now call in your first witness.
Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution would like to call on in the witness stand. The witness is being presented to testify on the fact that the accused planned to carry out the killing of the victim and was seen to be at the place where the crime was committed. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, all the truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Witness, please introduce yourself.
I am Nikami Padernal, a server in a Wakbo Cafe.
Miss Witness, will you please tell on this honorable court where you were on December 4, 2021 at around 2 in the afternoon?
I was in the Wakbo Cafe serving our customers.
Did something happen, if any, while you were serving your customers?
Yes, Miss Eva had a verbal altercations with the accused because she noticed that they were under the influence of alcohol while performing work-related activities and was being unresponsive with her queries.
What happened next?
Miss Eva relieved them from their duties in the cafeteria and then proceeded to close the cafeteria.
What happened next?
I went to the CR that time because I had a stomach ache.
Did something happen, if any?
Yes, I heard noises coming in CR. Then I picked to determine who those are. And then I saw the accused. That time I heard that they are going to kill Miss Eva to take revenge for relieving them from their duties.
I am going to show you the clothes that were retrieved in the crime scene. Plain green t-shirt previously marked as Exhibit A, yellow t-shirt as Exhibit B. Please look over it and tell this honorable court if you are familiar with those clothes.
Yes, I am familiar with these clothes. These were the clothes that the accused were wearing. Then I saw them inside the CR.
Is the owner of the green t-shirt present in this court?
Yes,
Can you point to the owner of the green t-shirt? How about the yellow t-shirt? Can you point out the owner of the t-shirt? For the record, the witness has identified the evidence previously marked as Exhibit A and B as the clothes being worn by the accused. When you heard about their plan to kill the victim, what did you do?
I went outside to look for Miss Eva to warn her, but she was nowhere to be found. When I asked our general manager, he told me that Miss Eva already went home, but the latter's husband was on his way to the cafeteria. So I decided to wait for Miss Eva's husband to relate to him that I had heard from the accused.
Were you able to relay it to Mr. Soliman?
Yes, we went to his house after that to check out upon Miss Eva and also to warn her.
What happened next?
When we got there, we heard noises from inside the houses. Then I saw the accused coming out from the back door of the house.
That is all, Your Honor.
Cross.
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Witness, how long have you been working in the cafe?
6 months.
You mentioned that you heard Mrs. Eva altercation with the accused due to the performance on work while under the influence of alcohol and relief from the duty.
Yes,
Where did the Mr. Resaldo and Mojib when after they were relieved from their duty?
Objection, Your Honor. The question is irrelevant.
Overruled. Please answer, Miss Witness.
I don't know.
Did you see them go directly to the CR, to the cafe?
No?
Are there customers at the time in the cafe?
Yes.
You mentioned you heard the noises and picked to the CR and heard some planning. About killing Miss Eva, were you able to see whole face of those persons talking inside the CR?
I am familiar with the voice, and they are Mr. Mujib and Mr. Risaldo. So I peeked and heard them talking.
Did you see her faces?
Their backs, but I sure that they are them.
That is all your honor.
Redirect.
No, Your Honor.
Call your next witness.
I am calling on Mr. Witness. The witness is being presented to testify on the fact that Miss Eva was seen by the witness being killed by the accused.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I am.
Proceed.
Do you know Miss Eva?
Yes,
How are you related to her?
I am their maid.
Where were you at around 7 in the evening on December 4, 2021?
I was in the house of Miss Eva.
In what specific area are you inside the house?
I was in the CR.
Did something happen at that time?
Objection, Your Honor. Question is leading.
Sustain.
What happened in the house?
When I was inside the CR, I heard noises and voices of men.
Can you recall what you have heard?
I heard one of them said that, "Hayop ka, tanggalan mo kami ng hanap buhay. Papatayin kita." And I heard Miss Eva said that, "Maawa kayo, huwag niyo akong patayin. May asawa at anak ako." And I also heard those words na, "Hindi ka dapat kawaan, animal ka. Wala kaming ginagawang masama sa'yo pero tinanggal mo kami sa trabaho. Dapat lang yan sa'yo." And sige pare, banata mo na yung lintik na yan. Baka may makarating at makakita pa sa atin dito.
What happened next?
And I was frightened because if they saw me, they might also kill me. So I didn't come out from the CR. Instead, I picked and saw the accused stabbing Miss Eva while other accused was holding her.
Is the one holding the knife present in this court?
Yes.
Can you point to that person? Can you point in this honorable court the person who were holding Miss Eva? What happened next?
When the accused were rushing through the back door, I went out from the CR and I go directly to Miss Eva. Then I saw Miss Solimar, who just came from home and ran toward us.
That is all, Your Honor.
Cross.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you redirect?
None, Your Honor.
Witness, you may now be excused.
May I call our third witness, Your Honor?
Call your witness. Proceed.
Our third witness, Your Honor, is Dr. Tricia Nicole Falcotilla. The NBI Medical Legal Officer conducted examination on the victim following the incident.
Swear the witness.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Will you please state your name, age, status, address, and other personal circumstances?
I am Dr. Tricia Nicole G. Falcutila, 28 years old. I am a resident of Poblacion Muntinlupa City, and I am a medical legal officer of the NBI Muntinlupa City.
Your witness counsel.
We offer the testimony of Dr. Tricia Nicole Falcotilla as corroborative evidence to formally testify the content of the medical legal report.
Proceed.
You declare that you are a doctor of medicine, Dr. Tricia Nicole Falcotilla. Where did you finish your medical degree?
I finished my medical degree at UST Manila.
When did you graduate?
I graduated in the year of 2010.
Are you a licensed physician?
Yes, I'm a licensed physician.
When did you pass the doctor's board examination?
I passed the doctor's board examination in the year of 2012.
Where are you presently connected?
I'm presently connected at the Asian Hospital located in Muntinlupa City.
Since when you have been employed in that hospital?
I have been employed there since 2015.
What is your present designation?
I'm presently an emergency physician in the said institution.
Have you testified as a medical expert in cases before courts of justice?
Yes.
How many medical legal cases so far have you testified? What kind of medical legal cases have you testified to?
In the past 5 years, around 25 cases and mostly homicide and murder cases.
Do you recall having attended one Miss Eva Garcia at Wesleyan Hospital?
Yes.
Do you recall when that doctor was? About what time?
It is about 7 o'clock in the evening on the 4th day of December 2021.
What happened when you attended to her?
I declared her as a dead on arrival.
Attached to the record of the case is a medical legal report issued by one Dr. Tricia Nicole Falcotilla. Is this one you are referring to?
Yes, it is my signature.
For the record, the witness has identified the document previously marked as Exhibit E as the medical legal report issued by Dr. Tricia Nicole. There is a signature above the typewritten name Dr. Tricia Nicole. Do you know whose signature is this, doctor?
Yes, it is my signature.
I respectfully request your honor that their signature appearing in Exhibit B marked as Exhibit B1. May I call our fourth witness, your honor?
Call your next witness, counsel.
Our fourth witness, your honor, is Police Corporal Andre Montes, the police officer who conducted the warrantless arrest of the accused.
Swear the witness.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this hearing?
Yes, I do.
Will you please state your name, age, status, address, and other personal circumstances?
I am Police Corporal Andre Moldes, a resident of Bayanan. I am a member of the Philippine National Police who is presently assigned at Muntinlupa City.
Your witness, counsel.
We offer the testimony of Police Corporal Andre Moldes as corroborative evidence to formally testify the evidences that were retrieved in the boarding house of the accused.
Proceed.
Where were you at around 7 in the evening?
I was in the Barangay Alabang, Muntinlupa City conducting a checkpoint.
What happened during that time?
While we were on duty, it was radio to us that a killing incident transpired near the place of our duty. Then we responded immediately after that.
What time did it come to your knowledge about the killing incident?
It was around 7:30 in the evening.
What happened next?
When we went to the place where the killing transpired, a certain first witness and me told us that the deceased was already brought to the hospital. Then upon our investigation, we found out that in the morning that today, the victim and the latter's working, namely Rizaldo Aquino and Gamal Mojib, had a verbal altercation, and after that, first witness heard that the aforementioned workers plan to kill the victim to seek revenge against the latter for relieving them from their duties.
After your investigation, what did you do next?
I immediately called a backup to proceed against the accused because it also came to our knowledge that the accused were renting a boarding house. Then we and first witness went to the boarding house of the accused. When we arrived at the place, we saw one of the who was about escape from of the from of them was still inside the boarding house. When we went inside the boarding house, we saw some clothes that were filled with blood stains, and when we also two knives with blood stains. We then arrested the accused after that, informing them of their Miranda rights.
Showing you the evidence that were previously marked as Exhibit A, B, and C. Can you identify if those were the ones that you had retrieved?
Yes, those were the cloths and kitchen knives that were retrieved.
For the record, the witness has identified the evidence previously marked as Exhibit A, B, and C. That is all, Your Honor.
Cross.
No, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we are now resting the case for the prosecution.
How do you intend to submit your formal offer?
We can now offer evidence, Your Honor.
Proceed.
Exhibit A is the plain green T-shirt that witness identified as being worn by the accused before the commission of the crime, and which was retrieved at the boarding house of the accused by the police officers. Exhibit B is the yellow T-shirt that was also identified by the witness and which was retrieved by the police officer in the boarding house of the accused. Exhibit C is the kitchen knife that was retrieved by the police in the boarding house of the accused. Exhibit D is the medical legal report issued by Dr. Trisha Nicole Falcotilla. Exhibit D1 is the signature of Dr. Trisha Nicole Falcotilla to be a part of his testimony that she was the attending physician of the deceased. Exhibit E is the affidavit of arrest by the police officers to approve that the warrantless arrest was effected lawfully, and also statements of the police who had retrieved the clothes and knives that were found in the boarding house of the accused.
Any comment?
None, Your Honor. Your Honor, we are now resting the case from the defense.
How do you intend to submit your formal offer?
We can now formally offer our evidence, Your Honor.
Proceed. Any comment, prosecutor?
As to Exhibit 1, 2, 3, 4, we can admit its existence and authenticity, Your Honor. As to Exhibit 1, 2, 3, we can only admit the existence but not the authenticity and truthfulness, Your Honor.
Acting on the formal offer of exhibit of the defense counsel and comments thereon by the public prosecutor, the court resolves to admit all the exhibit offered by the defense counsel specified in the offer. Any rebuttal evidence, fiscal.
No rebuttal evidence, Your Honor.
Considering that the public prosecutor will not present rebuttal evidence, the court gives the parties 30 days from today, within which of file their respective memoranda. The case shall be deemed submitted for decision after the lapse of the said period, even without the said memorandum. Any closing statement?
Your Honor, today we have the burden of proof, as the evidence has shown which are the clothes that the witness had identified as being worn by the accused before the killing happened, and which was retrieved at the boarding house of the accused. The medical legal findings and the testimony of our witnesses, it shows that the Mr. Gamal and Rizaldo intentionally murdered Miss Eva. By that, we ask for a verdict of guilty, Your Honor.
Your Honor, today the prosecution has the burden of proof, and they have availed to prove it. Your Honor, they have not shown beyond reasonable doubt that accused Rizaldo Aquino and Gaman Mujib is guilty. The evidence does not show that accused murdered Miss Eva. We ask a verdict of not guilty, Your Honor.
We have now heard arguments from both sides in the case of the people of the Philippines versus Rizaldo Aquino and Gamal Mojib. I must now decide if the statement has proven beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant is guilty of murder. I've been given material that will help understand the law regarding presumption of innocent and reasonable doubt, as well as the requirement for a anonymous verdict, and the fact that the state must prove in order to find the defendant guilty. Will the defendant please stand?
As to the charges against Mr. Rizaldo Aquino and Gamal Mojib, Your Honor, we find as follows: Mr. Rizaldo Aquino and Gamal Mojib is guilty for the crime of murder.
Thank you, everyone.
Court is adjourned. Order in the court.